I decided that I was going...
Woman tells her husband she wants a divorce, then immediately regrets it when he simply leaves. You got what you wanted, why you mad?
Tell him that I wanted a divorce. I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present.
Translation: she won in a 2-on-1 ambush.
Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to...
Man, you set that man up. Straight set that man up.
ask for a divorce.
You know what? I bet you on the car ride there, it was all laughing giggles.
We sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session?
See, he had no idea why they were there. No signs of problems, no signs of issues. I bet you had no idea. Let's check it out.
This was like, Jamie, do you want to start? Yeah. And I just started crying, and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. And I was like, I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold.
What? You know what? When you told him he wanted a divorce, all he was doing is digesting what you told him. Understood it. And once the finally man understands that, it is what it is.
And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? So he responded right away, and he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details.
Let's do it.
And that was that.
Yep.
And I just was like, I looked at my therapist, and I was just like kind of stunned.
Oh, what's wrong, Pookie?
You want him to cry
Did your
too?
plan to get him to lose his cool in front of a witness so you can use it against him in court fail miserably?
It's sad, isn't it?
Like, I knew that I was ready to leave that day, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy, there was no compassion, there was no like wanting to fight for us, which...
Fight for what? To give you validation after you tried to rip his guts out in front of a stranger? Or to give you ammo to use against him in court?
I don't think so.
Not today, baby.
I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try, you know? We went home that night. We didn't speak.
Why would you want him to do one last try, but you already had it in your head you wanted a divorce? Why even try? What's the point of trying? Come on, what's the point if you're already dumb? If you're already gonna dump him? Come on, man, stop playing with it, man.
He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day. Came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours, and I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he was like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking,
what you want? What you want? He's playing the game, man. Leave him alone.
It's our last ditch effort to like steer the ship around, you know?
For what? You're already gonna leave him.
And I was like, so what are we gonna do? And he just kept playing, and he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things. Within that 24 hours, he had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all the shit done.
Yes.
Like, what do you expect a man to do, huh? Cry? Cry for what? A woman that don't love him no more? What's the point? There is no point. Men are more realistic. We ain't gonna sit on our feelings, cry for weeks. Nah. You gotta stand up. Move on. You know what I mean? You're the one who didn't want to be with him. So don't be mad when he opens that single card and go handle his business out there on the boulevard. You feel me? Oh, wow. It is what it is. Chew down that food you swallowed, baby.